Hey everyone, welcome to week 12 of fantasy football. Got a lot of awards to give out, and here's why. We're at the end. Wins are so important right now. So I have a couple studs. It's because you won when you had to. Drew Wagner, you won when you had to. Aaron, you won when you had to. And, where's the other one? There it is. Andy, nice little comeback right here. You kept yourself alive, I believe. You won when you had to. And Heiser, you won when you had to. And Nick, you had a layup, man. You were playing me. So, all those guys, you stepped up, you kept yourself alive. I don't know this is Andy's world, the mathematical blah 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 to figure out who is still alive, yay yay. But you at least gave yourself hope. Good job. The duds, people who had to win and let one slip. Ben, man, you were tugging there on first place and you lost, so that hurts. Chris, you lost as well. That hurts. And then Jim, you locked it down. You got yourself up there with 7-4. I mean, I know all of you are in first place, but Jim is trending up, and the other two of you trended downwards. Ben Baker, you let people come in, maybe to steal your spot, and so did you, John Davis. When you had an opportunity to pull away and get yourself a playoff spot, you lost it. So you guys are my duds. All right, let's get to the games for this week. This week already had a handful of games because of Thanksgiving, and yeah, there were some huge numbers on Thanksgiving. So let's see how they affected these games. All right, our first game is our What Has to Happen? And a lot has to happen. Carson Wentz, 5 touchdowns has to happen. Isaiah Correll, 2 touchdowns has to happen. Schuster, okay, you have to get more yards than Antonio Brown. You need to be Antonio. And last, let's just say Kansas City gets a touchdown against Buffalo. So what has to happen to Aaron for Aaron to lose to me? Big Ben does one of his Big Ben dud performances that he can do. Hence, the last time I won, I think he might have been the quarterback the last time I won. I don't know. I don't remember. And whoever's Jay Williams, he needs to stink. Collins needs, just they all need to stink, and Cooks especially. And San Francisco needs to figure out how to score like a crap load of touchdowns against Seattle. So that's what has to happen for me to win. But I will not. Aaron, you will win. All right, our next one. A lot of people already played. They all had good games, which is great. There's a Jamison Crowder sighting, which was huge for you, Drew. I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to give the nod to Ben and his Gurley men. And here's why. I think Gurley will do well against the Saints. And I think Thomas is also going to do well in that same game. I feel like the Saints maybe got it. In Cincinnati, they're going to get some turnovers because playing against the Browns. I don't really think T.Y. Hilton's going to do much. I'm never a Frank Gore fan, and yeah, that's where I'm at. So it's going to be a close one, but I'm giving the nod to Ben. All right, next is Tyler versus Jim, and this is obvious. Jim's going to win because Jim always wins right now. Tyler had a good game out of Cousins and a bad game out of Ingram. I don't think he's going to get much from Johnson or Mixon coming up. And if what has to happen happens, then Brown's not going to do good either. But I just think that Jim is trending up. He's going to get a game out of his Saints running backs, and Baldwin's probably going to catch a touchdown. All right, next I have Chris. You had kind of a poor showing. And thankfully, it hurts when you hide Joe Miller. I always got to say that name because it confuses me. It had a decent showing. So I'm going to give the nod there because I think Goff is going to do well. And I think A.J. Green's going to catch a touchdown against Cleveland. All right, I have Heiser versus the Crosby Pudding Pops. And I'm going to give the nod to Heiser because I think Breeze is going to have a good game against the Rams. Bell's going to go off, and McCaffrey seems to be the number one option there now that Benjamin is gone. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and give this nod to Nick because he deserves it because he had Keenan Allen put up 30. Should have had Rivers in, then it would have been a lockdown win for you. But I think Ryan will still do well. And on Andy's side, you just really miss Ezekiel Elliott. But you won without him. So you need a Fitzpatrick miracle, and I just don't see it happening. So I think you're going to lose. That's it. That's all my stuff for this week. So go Browns. I think there's a chance they could beat the Bungles. Yeah, I'm going to say I think it happens this week. Right here, the Browns win. Don't count this in my predictions, though, Nick. I don't want to see it in there. All right, see ya.